So this Chef Anthony Thomas, also known as Chef Anthony DC. So I made the big move, made the big jump. I went out to Beverly Hills to get a hair transplant. It wasn't really a hard decision. I'll just give you a little quick backstory. I always had like a nice size forehead. As you see, I had locks. I started my locks in 2004. Cut them off in 2011. I had a pretty decent hairline at that point in time, but I noticed around like 2017, about 8 years ago, my corners started to get a little thin. And as time went on, they got even thinner. And so that's when I started toying with the idea of actually going to get the hair surgery. I looked at Turkey; they got lower prices. I looked at a couple spots in Bethesda, Florida. I'm from Maryland, the DMV region. Um, so none of it really made sense to me. Like I still wanted to learn more. So I say about 3 4 months ago, a doctor out in Beverly Hills had wrote me, and it's funny how this came about. He said, I like your page, and I was looking at some of your photos and videos, and I realized that you wear a lot of hats. So when I started toying with the idea of actually getting the surgery, I started growing my hair out. So I had like a little curly bush, but my hair started thinning out. Um, Curls look good. I was using a lot of nice products like Miel and Shea Moisturizer. But um, yeah, so when he reached out, he was like, "Yo, I noticed that you wear a lot of hats, a lot of scarves, a lot of berets because literally, like, I was covering this up. Like, I didn't want to show how far back my hairline had gone. So he was like, I want to jump on a call with you. Let's make a set up a time to discuss this, and maybe we can, you know, set a time to get you in for surgery." I'm like, all right, cool. So I'm asking him all the questions that I already kind of knew the answer to, but he's giving me different answers than what I've heard in the past. And it sold me on it. I was sold based on the videos that I saw on his page, but I was sold more so on, um, you know, does it hurt? And he said, if I told you the pain level was less than a 1 out of 10, would you believe me? And I'm like, no, because that's been one of the things that kept me real apprehensive about actually getting the surgery. Um, Before we actually get started, I just want to let if you like my content, food videos, recipe videos, and you definitely want to keep up with this hair journey, make sure you like and subscribe to my page, because I'm definitely gonna keep you updated. Right now, you probably wondering what this is. This is a little saline. They told me to just spray it, throughout the day. I'm gonna let you take a look at it. So this right now is 6 days. I went Monday last week. It was I went from 6:30 in the morning to 11:30 at night. So technically, let's just say Tuesday last week. Today is Thursday, so we're at day number 8. Going into day number 9. Um, so just to keep you updated, I'll just tell you, um, I was sold. He gave me a price. I paid it. Um, when I went out there, I booked my flight. Stayed at a nice hotel called the Sofitel Hotel. Real nice hotel. I went out on Sunday. I came back on Tuesday. So Sunday, I said I made sure I wanted to, at least maximize the day. So I went to Nobu. Nobu out there in Malibu, not the one that was around the corner from Sofitel. And when I tell you, 10 out of 10, food phenomenal. By myself, I spent over $300 just on, food and drinks. But even the atmosphere, phenomenal. Um, Called an Uber back home, called an Uber back to the hotel, got ready for the surgery the next day. Um, Surgery at 6:30, got there at 6:30, and it's like they dove right into it. Um, Not sure what they utilized, but when I tell you, like, it was pain free. I felt absolutely no pain the entire time. And, of course, I know it's needles. I could see, them injecting and doing different things. But yeah, it was a pain free procedure. Um, they did the back, did the front, well, the back right here. Um, I had thinning, and I had a receding hairline. So they hooked me up right here. Corners, it was slight, brought it back on the side slightly. Brought it back on the side slightly. Um, I ultimately got 3,500 grafts. Um, like I said, I walked in there and I actually had hair on my head, but when I tell you they just buzzed me, like, and I didn't even think twice about it. You know, I looked at myself after I had the bald head, and I was like, I don't know if I want to go through with this surgery. And I'm joking with him because I had never seen what I looked like bald, and I think I think it worked. You know, I think I had the head shape. I always thought like it would be either lighter or like darker complected, but it was like all the same skin tone. It was smooth. I'm just like, this is not a bad look. So even if I had to, even if I went bald prior to, I would have been like, yeah, I could rock this. Um, so surgery at 6:30 a.m. Uh, sitting there watching Netflix. I was listening to some go-go. Got lunch halfway throughout the day. They had a real nice Thai spot out there. Pretty good, pretty good. Ate. That was about an hour break. Called some family. Talked to my wife. Talked to kids. You know, it's a time difference over there in Beverly Hills versus the DMV. It's a whole 3 hour difference. So when I took a break at like 1, 2 o'clock, it was already 5 o'clock back here. Um, so when I left from there, you know, they gave me some surgical caps. Just rocked the surgical cap. Still had a complete bald head. You know, I'm so fascinated. I'm taking pictures, and you know, I even posted one online, and people thought it was what they call it, AI or Photoshop, because they're like, ain't no way you just cut your hair. You just had hair yesterday in the video, so how you just cut your hair? But yeah, man, cut it. Gave me some surgical masks. I mean, surgical head wraps. Um, then I went the next morning for a post op. And I went straight to the airport, flew back. Um, ever since then, you know, 2 days ago, I started using saline, just spraying to keep it moisturized. It's like kind of like watering your grass. Um, what else? Um, first couple of days, I was just real scared to, you know, touch it. But even like if I just touch, I mean, it's not even like numb. Like I just, it really is flabbergasting to me to actually know that, you know, I went through with a whole surgery and days later I was back cooking, you know, and like nothing ever happened. Um, like it's no pain on the side, you know. Um, tomorrow I actually could wash it for the first time, so that's gonna be kind of exciting. Um, let me show you the back, the donor area. So if I tell you that that's 8 days ago, I had a bald head and then I got this much hair now. You wouldn't believe me unless you actually could see it, you know. So moving forward, I'll actually continue to keep you posted with, you know, updates on hair. But you know, right now I look like I just got like a little like a one. Only thing I'm gonna have my barber do is just touch on my beard like he been doing, um, and just keep shaping up the beard. And I'm gonna keep posting updated videos so you guys can see the actual journey. Um, can't wait. Make sure, like I said, like and subscribe so you can keep up with this journey. That way, if you are dealing with any type of hair issues and you need somebody who gonna give you a real testimony, an authentic, genuine testimony on where to go, and I also let you know where you can go in Beverly Hills to get this surgery taken care of, because that's my guy. Like I said, he gave me a boost of confidence. So, like I said, my name is Chef Anthony Thomas. Check in with me. I got food, I got recipes. If you on Instagram, Chef Anthony DC on there as well. So I'm out.